Good afternoon, Swarmers, and welcome to the September 26th ESO Guild Chapter meeting. Hail, Swarm, and welcome.
Hail
Swarm.
Hail to thee.
Welcome, guys. Before we get the meeting started, if you believe that you are eligible for a promotion, as far as out of the rank of newbie to worker bee or worker bee to soldier bee, feel free to contact myself via PM or something in game. Preferably not in game because it'll actually show up on the recording. And we will take care of that at the end of the meeting. We have some good things to talk about and some exciting new things coming up in the future. Some possibilities that also involved in me a little bit more flushing out with the officers, just to make sure that we're all on the same page. But one of the things that Casper and myself have been talking about over the last couple of days is we are considering a PvP alliance in the near future. We're going to have a meeting about that actually after the guild meeting. So if you want to put in your 2 cents towards that, feel free to hop down to a lower channel where we will all gather after the meeting. Had the opportunity to run with a similarly minded guild over the last couple of days, and we're kind of excited at the possibility. At least a couple of us are kind of excited on the possibility of a little bit of a collaboration, both on the PvP and PvE forefront. So that's something that we're maybe doing in the near future. Again, the officer meeting will pretty much discuss how we're going to move forward with that. Also, in 4 days, Imperial City will have been out for a month, and we have been making a heck of a splash in there. Recently,
Private chat from Pamdom09.
Recently, Green Jeans had, I think Zelia was the one who found out, a great way to farm up marks and materials and experience in the Imperial City. So if you're interested in that, I would definitely encourage you to pick his brain. I know that I gained like 7 champion ranks in one night, and then next morning I did like 7 champion ranks and 4,800 and something Telvar stones before I finally died a couple of times, and I was like, okay, I've lost enough stones and going back to base. So I would definitely encourage you guys, if you are trying to get end game geared up, or if you're trying to level up a character very fast, it's probably the best way to do it. You may want to even consider investing in a scroll or Psijic potions, either from the Crown Store or one of our wonderful crafters, respectively, in order to increase your experience gain 100 or 50%, or 150% if you're really industrious. Might want to consider that, because that's a heap of experience that you can like power level up. I think it was one of our members that said that they gained 2 veteran ranks in one night or something like that. So I think it was pretty awesome. It's a great opportunity. If you want to speed up the leveling process, especially those of you with alts. I will remind people who do have alts that we have recently we've had a rather large influx of newer members coming into the community, and I would encourage you to be available to them so that they can run content as far as lower level dungeons.
I'm not sure if I am eligible for promotion, but I am also interested in being more involved in crafting.
Oh, sorry, I got distracted by a private chat. So I would encourage you guys to make yourself available if you have alts for the newer members to help them up in the leveling process, as well as offering advice, solicited or not. So definitely a good opportunity to get to know your new Swarm members, or prospective Swarm members, as the case may be. I think that's it as far as things that I had to announce. Oh, I wanted to thank you guys for last week. Last week was crazy as far as the amount of recruitment. I want you to keep up the great work. All of you, it takes very little effort to just drop a little blurb inside of Zone Chat once every so often and help pick up some new members. Recruitment keeps this chapter alive. I think we have like 140 some odd members strong. I'd love to see it keep growing. And, after those 100, say we get 8 people a week, and if 3 of them turn out to be awesome members, such as some of them have been that we've gained over the last excessive recruitment thing, then it's all worth it. Obviously, we want people who are here for the long haul, but it's a numbers game. As far as retention goes, it's a commonly known fact among officers, as far as community officers, that about 80% of the people that we recruit actually don't last for the long haul. And we would like to see more people that do last the long haul. So it's a numbers thing. You got to weed through them. You got to find those diamonds in the rough. So I encourage you all to be active with recruitment. That being said, I also wanted to thank Casper and Ringo Blood for their excessive amounts of effort in keeping our post alive and at the top of the ESO guild recruitment threads. Because of that, we have had a very large number of recruits come in as far as tentative members. So I wanted to thank them for that personally. Their efforts are very greatly appreciated. We have our normal calendar of events, which is up for this week. When October rolls around, I'm sure Aria will have the graphic ready for the updated calendar. If you don't know where it is, it's under the general discussion. There's a calendar of events. It is updated now on a monthly basis. First of the month, it should be updated, and we'll make sure that you guys all get to see all the wonderful events that we have planned as far as our weekly schedule goes. We do have community events coming up, and on that note, I am going to toss it over to Karlach Kent.
Tonight is the night for karaoke. We have a great time with karaoke. Everybody comes together. There's consumption of juice boxes of all various different sizes and shapes, and we just have a really good time. You don't have to sing if you don't want to sing, but it's always more fun when you do sing. Tonight the theme is TV, or I guess it's movie or Disney songs. For the competition, it's just a little fun thing we do with a theme. You can pick a Disney song or a song from a movie and sing that. And then the chapter lords give out different rewards and prizes to various different people that do that. And then after that, it's open mic. You can sing whatever you want as long as it's appropriate, subject matter as well as lyrical. But it's a lot of fun, and it happens if you look in Vent, like bring up your Vent window, and I think it's 3 or 4 channels above where we're sitting right now. You'll see they've created the karaoke channel. It starts at 6 p.m. Pacific tonight. So come out and have some fun.
Also,
and one other thing, like when Splint was saying, if you guys need anything, if I'm around, let me know. I'm more than happy to come help you run quests, go run dungeons or public dungeons or world bosses or sky shards or whatever you guys want to do. Just holler at me.
cool. Let's see. Crafting related, Kidiara, do you have any update for that?
No, I just want to say to the new players that are with us and are leveling up with their low-level toons that they can get with me at any time to provide them with gear with exploration and training traits on them to help them to level just that little bit faster as they open up and explore new channels, new zones and things. They can drop me an in-game mail at any point. Letting me know if they want medium armor, what armor they want, if they want any particular sets, and I'll be happy to craft them for you up to blue level and have you run around with those. You just let me know. All is good. And if you have any questions and things, doors are always open.
Awesome. PvP related, Green, do you have any announcements?
I would like to apologize for the somewhat fluid state of PvP. Kitty was kind enough and alert enough to provide us with an option. We now can, with enough people and enough different secondary campaigns, go to any campaign we want to, which looks like we're going to have to do to remain somewhat viable. The Zergs seem to be popping back and forth between different servers pretty regular. Like Splint already mentioned, we found a really good farm spot that works, but I'm looking for a little bit more action up top as time progresses. I know several people have started finishing out at least their first set of gear, and as that happens, I would like to see us get into at least a little bit more of the traditional PvP, because I know I miss it. I like the keep, take, and defense and the open field warfare. The stuff in the sewers is fun, but it's more like urban warfare. It's really hard to break line of sight and you get caught in tunnels. It's just a different animal. Would like to thank everybody that's been coming out lately. I know everybody has been really busy with the new content, so it's easy to get caught up in that. There have been some 4-man groups being done in the delves that are in IC. Been fairly productive. They're not easy. They're very difficult, as a matter of fact, on veteran level. But I would like to encourage people to do that. Try and find some time to get in there if you can and get some familiarity so we could get a few more of those groups running. The gear that drops off those is just like all the other end-game gear, but you do get some specific gear rewards at the end of that that are fairly nice. Other than that, I've been enjoying myself a lot. Appreciate everybody coming out, and look forward to running with you guys some more.
Cool. A couple of announcements on the PvE front. We are looking for motivated individuals who want to help run the PvE side of things. We have a member who is working towards that, but unfortunately his work schedule at this time doesn't give us the time, doesn't give him the available time that we believe is required in order to help maintain our constant running in PvE content. So we're definitely keeping our eyes open for individuals who are motivated to lead the PvE charge. If so, feel free to get a hold of Casper or myself, either in-game, private chat, or a message on the forums, and we will get with you and we will talk about future plans and endeavors towards those ends. Also, kind of to piggyback on what Green said, I believe we are going to run the Imperial City prisons after the guild meeting at some point. Unfortunately, I'd like to, if it's cool with Mrs. Bacon, run that probably about 45 minutes after the guild meeting ends, because I do have an officer meeting I'd like to get over really quickly, because there's a couple of kind of pressing matters that I'd actually really like to discuss with the officers. If that's cool with her. If not, then feel free to group up with her and run at your own leisure. I believe it's going to be a normal difficulty run, not a veteran level run. However, I do believe you have to be veteran level rank 1 in order to run that dungeon. I am pretty sure that is the minimum scale for it.
We can wait.
Awesome. Okay, and let's see here. Pandemonium. I believe you said that you hit Worker Bee on the forums. Is that correct?
Yes.
And I've noticed that you've been active in the Ventrilo server as of late. We've actually had conversation over the last couple of days. Unless any of the officers have something to say about it, they can speak up in officer chat really quickly. But unless they have any problems with it, we would like to congratulate you on your rank of Worker Bee. We'll be updating your event right after the meeting. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Very good. If you have something that you would like to bring to discussion in the meeting at this point in time, you can send something to me in a private chat, or you can say something in guild with a /raise or anything along those lines, and I'll be happy to recognize you and you can speak. If not, I will let you guys loose to your own devices. Now's your time. If someone would like to refer a euro to the www.sinisterswarm.com website, that would be awesome. Great. Thank you very much. All right. Nobody sent me anything as far as private chats or in-game. So at this particular point, I would like to say you guys have a great afternoon. Hopefully we'll see some of you in karaoke. And if you would like to sit in on the officer meeting that we're going to have directly following this, please, by all means, do not hesitate to hop down. We run a very open chapter here. Any of the officers can tell you that I have no filter, and I will tell you basically anything as long as it doesn't deal with disciplinary, because I don't like putting people on blast. So, yeah. Okay, so y'all have a good afternoon, and hopefully I will see you in Imperial City Prisons and later tonight at karaoke. So...
Hail Swarm.
Hail Swarm.
Hail Swarm.
Hail Swarm.
I'm
No.
gonna.
No, Hail Swarm.
No, Hail Swarm.
No.
Hail Swarm.
Hail
What he said.
Swarm.
Hail Swarm.